XRP. Woo! Pecking. Peck. Will take over as the world resolve our currency. And therefore, the world's monopoly and freedom, privacy will be in full control of a central authoritarian government that will monitor and dictate what we can all use and choose and buy. As soon as the government convinces the simpletons in the shape of to see cash as dirty, money laundering, tax evading, scheme. The simpletons will fall into the trap set therefore by the United States and world's governments to take over cash and control the monetary policy via digital. Good late afternoon on this hot, sticky, early summer, mid-June. 97 degree afternoon high right now. Under mostly sunny skies would pop up cumulus nimbus clouds as we're getting showers and thunderstorms circling the Bloomington metropolitan area up towards Chicago with severe weather. But nothing around here yet. This is a quick coin update. Check out some of these videos I did earlier. Subscriber request. Donate to the channel. Links above and below. Become a Jabroni killer for $10 a month. Use hashtag Jabroni killers. We now have 4 of them. We would like to get up to 20 of them. If we get up to 30 of them per month, I'll give out some silver coins, right? Descriptions are above and below if you want to support the channel by coin request, being a member of the Jabroni Killers, or if you want to a trading alert chart, if you need some in-depth TA on a chart, on a coin or a commodity or a stock. But real quick, XLM, this is going to be a brief update. You see we've had a little pump, and we're getting awfully near that upper resistance at 34 cents, right? And we showed you in a drawing earlier. I don't know if it was today or yesterday when I did it. I did a couple of them. Get out of there. Oh, the Jabroni Killers up there. We can't delete them. Get rid of that. You can see I was just kind of showing you, playing around. Oh, God. What could happen, right? Clone that. And now we're getting close. You got a little bit better volume there. I do take note of that. I take note of everything on the chart, right? It's not overly impressive, but it is some uptick in volume. So what's probably going to happen, we're going to get rid of this. Oh, I drew our upper resistance channel. So what you're probably going to do now, since you got a little increase in volume, you're probably going to pump back up. You could overshoot it, right? And then you're going to start to trade back down. Because if you zoom out in XLM, the volume's still crashing overall. And I do believe you're coming down here, right, before you get up there near the Jabroni Killer. That's why we had that drawn out yesterday, because the Jabroni Killer is aimed at them. But you got major overhead resistance there at 34 cents. And I do believe you're going to trade down here in the next days to weeks to maybe a month in XLM. If it turns bullish, I'll obviously let you know. XRP, same thing. It looks very similar to XLM. And we drew this out for you earlier. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of that, right? We drew that out for you earlier, and we said you could be start wanting to trade up and come back and retest this upper resistance at 89 cents. And it's trying to, but the volume's just not there. In the 3 hour, you can see it's still crashing. Pulled our industry exclusive and company made famous drawing tool. Bam, it's still crashing, right? We'll make these a little bit smaller to make them easier to see. Go down the 2. Get rid of that one. You don't need all of these. Go down the 1, right? Get rid of that. So it's trying to push up like the one we drew out back here. I think it was yesterday, the 11th. Yeah, yesterday. And we said it was going to come down, right, because we had a support box. It's trying to follow that beautifully because it's going to want to come up here and retest this as underneath resistance, upper or overhead resistance now, right? But with no volume, it's going to get rejected, but it could crawl on it for a minute, you know, like I showed you, and try to pop back in as a second option back into this triangle to just get rejected, right? So we'll keep an eye on that, and in Litecoin or in XRP. You got upper resistance at 89 cents. Underneath support, that's what that was that I just deleted down here. Down here, but it's really the major. You got it down there, right? And then I think you're coming back down here to this double bottom. You got to come back down there too, right? So I'll keep an eye on this. You got a lot of support and resistance zones that it can fight around and dance around in for the next few days and really do a lot of moving, but really not going anywhere, if you know what I mean, right? You can do a lot of dancing, up 8%, down 10%, up 15%, down 20%, up 8%, and really you haven't done anything. You've just been bouncing around in an area, and I think that's what you're going to continue to do the next few days. I'll keep you updated if you get close in here. I'll give you emergency updates if you're going to try to break into here, and I'll give you emergency updates if you're coming up to it and getting rejected, or if you come down here. I'll give you updates anywhere when you get into here, when you get into here, and if you get into here, because those are major support and resistance zones in XRP. But as you know, I got targets way down there, right? But that's another time for another day, and we'll wrap this up with Dogecoin, my company building Dogecoin, everyone's favorite Dogecoin. Same thing, it's in a bearish consolidation pattern. And you got major upper resistance at 34 cents, where I think it's coming 21 cents, right? Your major upper resistance is actually up here at 37 cents, but you see these moving averages in the 3-hour time frame would have major resistance as they're downtrending, which means there's sell pressure. So if this can pop into it, it's going to have to start trading. Like you would hit it, support, hit it, support, and then maybe try to make a run up here to get rejected. You could bounce around in this for a few days, right? You got time in this pattern. You got a few more days where, where you could bounce around in here. You know what I mean? So I'll keep an eye on this. This pattern can go up until the 23rd, so a few more days. So this week sometime it's going to have to break out of here, but it doesn't have to necessarily do it now, and it doesn't necessarily need to do it in a hurry. It can dance around in here for a few more days because it's got a lot of areas to bounce with the moving averages, and you can come in, come up, and then dance before you break, right? So I'll keep you updated on Doge. I think you're eventually coming to 21, and then, oh yes, I got targets way down there too in Doge, south of where the screen is, but that's another time for another day, right? You guys, in other videos I've seen it, 45 cents, just way out of the question. We nailed that call beautifully for you, just like we're nailing this beautifully for you. Like, subscribe, and share. More updates to come later on this afternoon. Coin request, donate, support the channel, become a member. Jabroni Killer. Peace and love. Peace and love.
The truth about the wow, the Bitcoin wow sign.
You still want to be the rock side, bro.
Is they manipulate the pump, y'all.
You just don't understand.
To knock down the retail investors.
This is Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing, and not financial advisor. Yeah. Only open your eyes. Only financial advisor, education, and entertainment only.